Hello and welcome to an episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. And today we have an unboxing video. Very interesting unboxing video. And I'll just kind of go over the reasons why. At least for me. So here's the box. I'm just gonna get into it, and yeah, I'll tell you about the figure. So obviously you guys have read the title. You know this is the MonsterArts Godzilla 1962 figure. And the reason this particular figure is kind of interesting is because I've had such a hard time getting this thing. This is actually gonna be one of my most expensive figures here because I've had to buy this thing twice. And you know why? Because I pre-ordered the damn thing on eBay, and the seller there was a bloody a-hole. I don't think they ever actually sent the thing. They said they did. They gave no tracking number. They said if it doesn't come by a certain time, to message them and they'll give me a full refund. And I messaged them by that time. I gave them plenty of time to reply to that message. I sent them plenty more messages. They kept ignoring me, and by the time I took it up with eBay, they couldn't do anything. So basically, I bought the damn thing and never got it. And the fucking seller, I'm gonna, name him here or her, whatever company it is, but it's a vganime, all in one word. I'll put it up on the screen. But, oh fuck, this really pissed me off. But I really wanted this figure. And then, you know, by this time the prices had gone all the way up, and this was all I could get. So I just bought the cheapest one that I could, which was much more expensive than the initial pre-order, and, But, I hope the figure is really good, because I like 1962 Godzilla. But yeah, don't buy from that seller. Not at all. I know they have good feedback. Don't trust them. Especially not with pre-orders. In fact, I would be bloody happy if you people, like, sent them lots of angry messages in retaliation and all of that stuff. But yeah, vganime, fucking hate them. Pieces of shit. Like, at least if they would have the respect to reply to me, but I've sent so many messages after they were so like, yeah, we'll send you a refund if it doesn't arrive, or don't worry, just ask us if there's any questions and all that, and fucking hell. Anyway, here's the figure! Oh my god. Finally, after all this time. There it is. So, I got one of these, I think they're a web exclusive box. The box that came in isn't one of those MonsterArts boxes that was packaged in just a nice, simple box of newspaper, plain box. And yeah, so we have the, the slash marks here aren't transparent, so this is like one of them web exclusive type boxes, because that's generally how you distinguish them. We got some really cool pictures of the figure back here. We got his beam and everything. I'm really excited to see that because that's like the 1964 repaint beam, and I really want that for some of my Showa Godzilla figures to try that out with. I mean, this guy, the NECA one, did come with a really great beam, also in the same vein as this, so that's really cool. But yeah, I really want to get this thing in hand, so let's get it out. Should I open him by top or by bottom? Yeah, we'll do bottom. Oh, also got a cute little picture of him standing there with a little logo. That's really nice. Yeah, so you got your classic sort of MonsterArts box. I always love when I get a new MonsterArts in hand. It's just always such a pleasure. And this thing arrived. This is literally the day before my 23rd birthday, so tomorrow's my birthday. Got myself a present, so I'm happy about that. I'll just cut away, get a ruler to lever this open. I like to treat my MonsterArts boxes with a lot of care because they, believe it or not, if you take out, like, I don't believe in keeping figures in the packaging. So I think it's just life's too short for that. But I do strongly believe in keeping the, everything that comes with it, if it were in the original packaging, in the best condition possible, because that way it really retains all its sale value. Like, doesn't matter if it's been opened, as long as everything's in a great condition, the resale value will be, sky high. Not that I would have any plans of reselling these things, but life is unpredictable, and I just respect these figures in general. They're great figures and deserve to be, handled with care, including the boxes, just to preserve them. Where do I put this? I'll just put it down here. Okay, so classic clamshell type packaging. Oh, he's actually kind of big. I like that. I was expecting him, because he's in the Showa Godzilla, to be a little smaller, but he's actually pretty chunky for a MonsterArts. Just a standard sort of Showa MonsterArts Godzilla. Initially, and there's the beam. Ooh, see his face. So he comes with the Tamashi stand, typical stand, and a beam, which is always great. And sometimes these have tape on them. Let's see, this one does. It seems to be oh, no tape, just locked in. There we go. Ah, looking good. Okay. So they always come with this like floating bit of plastic that's always, I never know how to put it back kind of correctly, but oh, his tail's not attached. That's okay. There we go, his tail. Nice chunky tail. Yeah, really cool. Put that back on the ball joint. The thing about MonsterArts that's great, you don't have to worry when they fall apart, because you can always just put them back together for the most part. And his jaw's a bit crooked, it's right out of the thingy. Come on, get in focus. There we go. I like those eyes that they actually did like a separate bit of transparent plastic over those eyes, which is really cool. Oh, yeah, I love the, get the beam out in a sec, but I love the details, because this is definitely another Yuji Sakai sculpt, and he always knocks it out of the park. Like, the spines are so perfect to the suit, the texturing is really awesome, and the feet are much better than the ones on the NECA figure. They're actually quite a bit bigger in scale to the figure. I'm gonna fix that jaw up because it does look a little goofy. There we go. So the jaw is kind of on a ball joint so it can rock around. He can open his mouth really wide. It's kind of funny. Hi guys, I'm Godzilla 1962. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I'll give you guys a nice good look at him. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful yellow eyes, which is a character of this Godzilla that I really like. This Godzilla had a much more amphibian type, sort of lizard-like, really bulky build, and just sort of more reptilian features, I feel like, than pretty much any other Showa Godzilla, or any other Godzilla until the 1998 one, or 2000 Godzilla, really. But yeah, it does look a little strange from the front. On the sides, he looks really good, though. One thing that I'm not that big a fan of with this particular figure, or thing that I initially know that I'm not a huge fan of, is I know they're trying to make it look like his claws are muddy on his feet, and his hands as well. But it does look like they just didn't paint the nails. And I had these issues when they were showing the photos of the prototypes, and people in replies were like, "No, they're just making it look like he's stepping in mud, like he did in the film." But yeah, it just looks lazy to me. It doesn't look like very muddy at all. So I don't know. Take what you will with that. His claws aren't painted in, which is a big shame because they did such a beautiful job on these spines. Now, come on, get in focus, camera. Yeah, check that out. That texturing is so rough and cool and just nice and big, that big row in the middle. teeth and stuff are done nicely. Another weird thing about this Godzilla, and they didn't do it on this one, but I think it's accurate to the film, is for some reason the thumb is like on the underside of the hand, which I think was the case in, like, I think they did that intentionally, but once you notice it, it looks really odd. I don't know. I'll have to double check in the film whether they actually did that or not, and if it was in every scene or just like one scene. But yeah, the 1962 MonsterArts does have the thumb on the bottom hand. Now, I guess you could swap the hands because it does kind of look like the hands should be swapped, but I think this is intentional. So I'll find that out later. But let's look at the tail here. They're getting so good with these tails. Like, this is such a solid feeling tail. Nice fluid movements in it, all ball jointed. It pops off because it's a MonsterArts, you know, but you know, whatever. So stick that back on. Legs are probably gonna. Oh, you can actually kick back quite far. Oh, and it's gonna. Actually, the joints in the legs are pretty good considering how bulky this guy's how bulky this figure is. Well, yeah, really enjoying the figure. The sculpt is very cool. The eyes are beautiful. Just this amber glow to them. Oh, so cool. So it just disheartens me how hard this figure was to get. But I'm really happy that I finally have him now. And I'm gonna get that beam out because I want to have a look at that beam. So here we go. Solid piece of clear plastic that has like a smoky white frosting to it. Really cool beam. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Really cool looking thing. And yeah, of course that would just go in his mouth. Now this was the first Godzilla to be in color, the 1962 one, so the beam should be a tinge blue, which I can see a subtle tinge of blue in it, but it's like, you know, that just might be me imagining it. It's basically white, but it does look really, really elegant. And I like this sort of design, and I'm so happy this came with a beam. That's always a big plus. Not that, like, I'm not one of those people who, like, complain that MonsterArts don't come with a whole bunch of accessories. I've never been that bothered by it, because I always get them primarily for the, you know, for the figure. So it's just like a happy little bonus when something like that comes off. But yeah, you can put them in the neck of figure too, the beam. Really nice. I am absolutely loving this figure. It is so happy to have on hand. Such a pain to get it in actually without spending an arm and a leg and then spending a second arm and a leg, as I did. So again, vganime, go tell him he's a piece of shit, because he is. And try and get your hands on this figure if you can, because it is really cool. So yeah, I'll have a full review of this guy sometime in the future. I'll do a comparison video between these ones. I might just do a full, like, NECA versus MonsterArts comparison video and just do a couple of them, maybe. Or maybe I'll do individual ones. Sorry, I mumble a bit sometimes. But yeah, thanks so much for checking out this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know what you think about this figure. How do you find the MonsterArts line in general? Don't forget to like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. May all your vinyl be radiated vinyl. Over and out.